Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyler Airing. I'm very excited to be able to interview our foreign exchange students before the end of the school year here and talk about their experiences here, things that they like, and things like that. Before we get started, though, let's go around the round table here. We'll start with Tone. Tell us your name and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Tone Kqira, and I'm from Kosovo.
I'm Marta Lattore, and I'm from Spain.
I'm Lex Moseler, and I'm from Germany.
Very good. Okay, so whenever I ask the questions, you guys can feel free to you don't have to answer them in a certain order if somebody wants to step up and answer it, but we do want to hear from all of you guys on your thoughts. So the first question I like to ask, and it is because we're obviously going to have more foreign exchange students next year, and hopefully we have lots for years to come, but what were your initial reactions coming to Owensville, the town itself, the school, the people here? What were your initial reactions, and what should foreign exchange students coming here expect when they first get here?
So when I got my report and I saw Rosebud, Missouri, because that's where my house is, and school, Owensville High School, I tried to find it, and it was so small. Then I started looking if I have like any Target, Walmart, like close to me, and I saw Walmart, and I was like, oh, okay, I got Walmart. That's okay. And I was so scared because it was so small. And I've seen people that have like these really like cool places that they're placed to. But I want to say that does not matter. Like, it's not the place. It's you and like your friends and like whatever you do in your town.
Okay.
So whenever you see if you got a place in Owensville, just know it's a really good place, even though it's small.
Okay.
Whenever I got here, I was really surprised because all the buildings are like really spread out. And where I come from, it's like everything's so close together. So definitely expect a lot of driving. Like
Okay.
everywhere you can't walk because there are no sidewalks. I'm not a fan of that. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. But yeah, just like Turner, like I was looking up, like where is it? It was not in the map. Like it was, you had to zoom in a lot. And then I tried to see like if there was like a McDonald's and then a Walmart close.
Mm-hmm.
We have both.
We do have
So-
both of those, yes.
I was happy with that. But yeah, like same thing as her. Like I was kind of scared at the beginning, but overall, like I really enjoyed it and I really like it.
Lex?
Yeah, I just remember the first few days I got here were very welcoming. It was like another 2 weeks, I think, till school started, so I had a lot of time to settle in. And my host family took me to a couple different places, and I had a lot of fun and already met a couple people because I started going to the football practice a week before school started. So that was a good opportunity for me to meet a lot of people. And about expectations, if they're being fulfilled or not, I would definitely, like to any future foreign exchange students, I would definitely give like the tip to have as low expectations as you can, or almost like no expectation, because whenever you have a lot of expectations,
You
and
get disappointed.
yeah, there's a bigger chance that you get disappointed, right? So
Right.
just be as open as you can and don't expect anything specific, and just like let it surprise you.
Yeah.
That's like my tip.
I
would
say
give.
that a lot, but like small town, big hearts.
Yeah.
And that's like the thing that really describes Owensville, Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so good. Our school community is just
It's
really
great.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to be my next question, because you guys are obviously from different areas. It sounds like, Marta, you're more from like a city type setting,
Yeah.
whereas this is more spread out and things like that.
Yeah.
As a foreign exchange student, did you feel like during your time here you are always busy and you always had things to do, or did you feel like
Oh yeah.
you were bored?
No. I was never bored. I've always had something to do. Like this spring, I had like the play and then 2 sports. And the time that I was this busy, I think it was during the fall.
Mhm.
But I was still like I was always at school until like 5:30, and then I got home and I was so tired. Like I didn't have time to be bored. I got home and I was like dead.
Yeah, something in America is the school spirit. It's really good. You every day is like something that you have to do,
Yeah.
and it's great.
Yeah, I would definitely say that it's not really easy to get bored in this place. You have so much going on, and like school alone takes basically all your time.
Yeah, that's very surprising because like I thought that since it was like a really small town, I wasn't gonna have things to do, but like for how small the town is, there's always something going on.
Absolutely. Now, I would say that most foreign exchange students that I've gotten the opportunity to interact with and meet throughout their time here at OHS, they come here with the goal to get involved.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
would you come to America if you're going to do nothing? It doesn't really make any
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah.
But you guys have been extremely involved here, and I think that helps to create your schedule and keep you busy, keep you doing things, keep you meeting people. let's go ahead and talk just a little bit about what you've been involved here at OHS, what you really, really enjoyed being involved with, what you wish you could have been more involved with, and what you would recommend a new foreign exchange student for them to be involved with.
So I got here a week late,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of scared because the groups and sports have already started. And I'm really thankful to Coach Kendrell
Yes.
because I joined cross country, and he already told us the teammates that a girl from Kosovo is going to come, and they thought he was joking.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that place does not exist. And then I met everyone, and the first day was we had pictures, and everyone. So Bryn offered me a ride home, and we went had Mexican. It was so good, and I was like, wait, maybe I should not be scared. I should just like let it go and just live it, and that's where it started. So I did cross, and then spring. Yeah, spring I joined track and soccer,
Mhm.
but because of my like leg injuries, I couldn't really fully do it. But I really enjoy like so, a tip for all other exchange students: just join a team and be a part of it, and just help them and motivate them. And it's really good because they're gonna support you if you support them. And then TV studio was so much fun, just like going in lunch and talking to people, and also like editing video and all the people. It was just amazing. Also cheer, I did cheer too. That was kind of my favorite.
And you do that during winter, right? So
Yeah.
you had some going on during winter as well.
Cheer was so much fun because I did not know those people my whole life. And then whenever we had a game, I was like, oh my gosh, I hope we win. I hope we win. And my host mom was like, it's surprising how they were strangers your whole life, and now you're arguing with people who should win. Like, you're just like so
You became
into it.
invested.
Yeah. And it's great. So
Very
Yeah.
good.
So during the fall, I didn't do any sports. I did the musical though, and it has to be like my top two things that I've done here. Like I really, really enjoyed it because that's kind of what I wanna do with my life. So being involved in a production,
Mhm.
that was really exciting. I really enjoyed it. Then during the winter, I did or tried to do dance, but I injured my knee. My meniscus was not helping, so I didn't do it. Like I was there the whole time, but I didn't really do anything. And then this summer, not summer, spring, sorry, I did the play, which I didn't enjoy as much as the musical, just because there was no music involved, and that's
Right.
kind of like
Your
Yeah.
thing.
yeah. And then I did soccer and track, and honestly, like my absolute favorite has been track. Like I might not be great at it, but I've had so much fun, and I just loved going to practice, going to the meets. It was by far my favorite.
Very good. Lex?
So I did football in the fall, as I said earlier, and did basketball during the winter, and then now I finished my year off with track in the spring, which was probably my favorite. All three I did, all three sports, because I've probably seen the most success in track. And I've also been involved with DECO, but yeah, that's all I've been involved with it at the school.
Yeah, that's something that I would say. Like, I didn't join DECA because they presented it to me as like a marketing thing, and I'm
Right.
not really into that. And I regret not joining because they've done like so many things. So, like, tip for exchange students: join DECA, even if you don't like DECA itself. It's fun.
also, if any future exchange student that's placed in Owensville is listening to this, join FFA. Like
Yeah, you guys do a lot with FFA.
Yeah.
we do a lot. You get a lot of good meals.
Join for the
Good food.
food, if for nothing
Yeah.
else.
And they are so like welcoming. It's really good. And
Yeah.
just, you can do like flowers, floriculture, and like
Absolutely.
animals, livestock, and all that. It's great. I loved it. I was so successful with FFA. Like I made it to state.
You can compete with FFA as
Yeah,
well.
and
Another way
it
you
was
can
great.
be involved in competition. You guys feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because this is your experience, not my experience. But from my experience being a teacher, and I look at clubs and I look at things that are active and they do a lot of things, DECA does seem one, like Marta said, that would be good to join
Yeah.
purely because they go and they do a lot of things. If
Yeah.
you're in DECA, you're going to go to, a Cardinals professional baseball game,
Yeah.
professional
Blues.
hockey game. You're going to get if you want to. You don't have to do those things,
Exactly.
but you get the opportunities to do those things if you want. And then FFA is another really good one because there's, national. Did you go to national convention?
No.
No.
I went to state convention.
Okay,
Is it-
so the conventions are things that you get to go to, meet other people, be in a different place, and things like that. So, yeah, I would encourage anyone probably to join any kind of club that's going to give them an opportunity to go and do something else. In your guys' home countries, I got to spend time with each of you. I had you in class for a while, Lex, and then I've had you in class, and you've been coming to my room for a
Yeah.
variety of things throughout the year. But One thing that I've enjoyed hearing from you guys is about your schooling that you have back in your home countries and how I think the vibe that I got from you guys was that school was very serious, but you guys didn't have as many opportunities for extracurricular type things. Can
Yeah.
you talk
Yeah.
about that for people who are maybe would watch this that are not foreign exchange students, but people in our community so that they can understand, how our school is different than schooling in other places?
I think that extracurriculars here are very important too and have to do with your like grades and like school time, not just after school. Because I saw that, for example, in all the sports, you have to have good grades to be able to be in
Participate.
a sport. So that kind of helps. And in our school back home, I just have to have good grades because of me and like my future. But it does not give me a push to have good grades, like to do something fun or something that will contribute in my future.
Hmm.
Not just because of college and like whatever career I want to pursue doing. So it's just so much serious and all like for me all the sports and that stuff was private. You have to pay for it, not just pay your dues and you'll be fine. No, you have to pay like extra and it's like $100 and stuff like that. So it's not something that you can just go do. Also school takes a lot of time,
Hmm.
all the assignments and all that, so it's just really kind of boring.
Yeah. Same thing. Like in Spain, at least we don't have extracurriculars at all. Like you just go to school and leave. Also, you don't get to choose the classes that you take. They're like already set for the grade you're taking. So if you're like an eighth grader, you're taking eighth grade classes, and they don't change. So that's not like you don't get to choose what you want to do, and that doesn't really encourage you to keep studying or to like actually enjoy it. And same thing as she said, also the teachers here are really really involved with everything and with the students, and that really makes it a much more enjoyable experience because they're actually like actively trying for you to enjoy whatever you're doing,
Right.
and that really helps a lot.
Right. Give me one.
Yes, as you said, school is a lot more serious. Like in Germany, um, we learn a lot more, and like the teachers take it very, very seriously. That they teach you a lot, and about the extracurricular stuff. We don't really have anything at my school besides like do have a drama club or like other like unofficial clubs kind of that take place after school, but it's like not really popular and not a lot of people really participate in it. And sports are like completely like separate from school. We have like in my town at least we have a big club with you can basically any sport there like volleyball, soccer, basketball. I play basketball in that club, and it's not really expensive. It's actually pretty cheap. It's probably like $30 a month, but it's not really professional and competitive as it's over here. Like you can't really compare the level as you play sports here, and I think it's so much better just to have it connected to school because everybody like as a teenager you spend so much time at school. Why don't you just have the sport at the same place, which makes a lot of sense, or like any extracurricular activities because having it all separate. I mean, my parents they gotta drive me back and forth all the time.
Right.
It takes a lot of time.
Okay, next question is really more about like your guys' families and people that you came from. I got an opportunity to sort of meet Marta's parents at one point during the
Yeah.
play, during the musical. I got to talk to you about stuff you had going on back at home one point. So, and I don't think I ever really got a chance to talk to you, Lex, about your family back home. But from a foreign exchange student perspective, what is the balance like of trying to do the things that you do here? But obviously, you also have people that you care about that are on the other side of the globe. What is that balance like for you guys?
Just I don't think like you should get detached from your family to have a good year.
Hmm.
I think you should just balance it and not just spend too much time keeping them updated with all your stuff. What I did in the beginning, I would just send them pictures of what I was doing and like or send them a good morning text and they'll be all right. They know I'm alive and I'm doing great and like that was it. But also like calling them per week and just giving them all your updates and having like this long voice call with
Hmm.
them is just good. And when you go back, they're all gonna be there. Your friends are gonna be there. Your whole life is gonna be there. So just don't spend too much time worrying about it, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter. This year is still gonna be like in your memories forever. So leave the life behind. You're gonna go back to it and just keep doing what you're doing here and just enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have like a day set. Like I always talk to my family on Sundays morning whenever my family goes to church. But like there's days where I'll like totally forget that I have a family. That's the thing. Like sometimes you're like so absorbed by how your life is here and like what you're doing that you just forget that you have like a whole other life back. And it's like my parents understand that, but it's also kind of sad for them because it's like they're waiting for that phone call. So
Right.
then I feel
You're gonna feel
respons-
guilty.
Yeah, then I feel bad, and that's like, oh, my mom. Yeah, but like they understand, and it's just like we talk sometimes. Like maybe if I have like downtime or like in the mornings, I come here like at 7 and no one's here, so I'll just use that time to call my friends and like update them if I have time or they have time.
Or if you drive the bus, use
Yeah,
that time.
exactly. But like I feel like that's the thing. Like the tip advice that I would give is like it doesn't really matter how much you talk to your family. Like it does matter because it keeps you attached to it. But as long as you don't stop doing things that you should be doing or want to do to talk to your family, I think you're fine. Because like if you have downtime and you're just like, okay, what can I do? And it's like a decent time back home, like that's fine. Call them. But if you have something to do and you're not doing it, or you're like, oh, I want to do this, but I also want to call my family, go do that thing because your family's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Right.
So don't put it over what you have to do or you want to do because that's when you're doing things wrong.
Lex?
Yeah, sometimes it can be really hard to find the right balance between how much you actually talk to your friends and your family back in your home country and how much you really try to get involved in your life over here. And I think it's really important that you really don't get like too much of what's going on in your home country or with your friends. I mean, it's important to like not completely let go of them. Of course, I still like talk to like my closest buddies usually like once a week on the phone, like we just FaceTime. Same I do with my family. But it's also really important that you don't really care too much about what's going on in your home country because you're not there. You can't change what's happening over there, and I think it's really important that you focus on your own life, what's going on here, and you really you only get the most out of your experience if you're really like doing or not be focused too much on what's back in your country and just do whatever you got to do here and like don't worry about it too much.
I had this moment where I really felt like guilty and like I don't know selfish from like not talking to my family, but then they are so understanding. They were like, it's your year. We get it. Like we wanted you to do it and just keep doing it. But yeah, just try. If you ever feel like that, it's a really bad feeling. But just try to talk it out, even with your host family. Like they'll understand.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Be
like-
really open.
Yeah, your family knows what they're setting you up to.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course they're gonna want you to call them, but like for example, like one rule that I have, well, it's not a rule, but just my mom, she never calls me. Like I always call her because she does not want to interrupt. So it's like if you want to talk to me or we're gonna talk, you call me because I don't want to break anything. Also, I feel like it's a really personal thing because like I'm a really independent person. So talking to my mom, I don't know, like multiple times during the week, it doesn't affect me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know you're gonna feel homesick, and you're like, I want to talk to my mom, but that's gonna make you feel homesick,
Yeah.
don't call her. I know that doesn't happen to me because I'm like really independent. But if you're not, don't be on the phone because it's gonna make things bad.
Make it even harder.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite memories was in the fall time. I remember doing the live broadcast of the football game, and either it was Lex's family or his friends. They popped into the chat because they were tuned in back in Germany, which I thought that was extremely
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, next question for you guys, and I don't want to keep you too long because I want you guys to have the opportunity to eat third lunch shift.
No, please keep us.
Just keep. Well, the next question I have for you guys is that this has been an experience that none of the students here at Owensville have during their high school time. It's very foreign to us in the aspect that we haven't gone to other countries and experienced that. But how has coming here, has it changed your worldview at all? And how has it helped set you up for the goals that you personally have for yourself for the future? Has it changed what you want to do, or has it supplemented and given you more understanding of yourself and what the future is going to hold for you?
To me, it has changed me so much as a person. And I said that day at the academic awards, I didn't know I was able to do a lot of stuff that I did here. I didn't know I would be able to just leave my family all behind because I just like I went to the same school for 11 years since first grade and I know everyone. Like I'm just so used to being like back home and with the same people and I wasn't sure I can do this, but I did it and I think it was really successful. So I'm just like I'm it just put me into a perspective that whatever life gives me, I'm going to take it and like do it in a positive way and it's going to work out. So it's just made me like stronger and I just feel like I'm so much better.
I think what I'm hearing from you is like you have the confidence that you can pretty much do
Yeah.
anything now.
Yeah.
Very good. Marta, what about you?
So whenever like I agree with her, like I'm a whole different person than I was like whenever I landed here. I feel like this year has really made me like it has allowed me to to know myself better. Like if it like there's gonna be times where you struggle because it's hard sometimes. Like not most of the time. That's like a 1%, but you're gonna struggle. And I've really learned how to like hug myself if that makes sense, and like be there for myself. And I've also really like learned how to enjoy being with myself and spending time just by myself and knowing myself better, what I like, what I don't like, the things I can do, the things I can't do. There's things that I've done here that I never even thought that I would be able to do like ever. But it's like I'm much more independent now. I know like it has given me also like a lot of perspective over because like in Spain, like the way that I see Spain now that I've been living in a whole different country has really changed from how it was whenever I lived back there. I feel like now I can like appreciate a lot more some things that we have over there that we don't have here.
Right.
So it gives you perspective because you like you can know that, for example, like healthcare wise, like you know that they don't have free healthcare here. It's like, oh, they don't have it, whatever. But you don't really like
Understand the impact
exactly until you live it. So that has given me like a lot of perspective over my own country.
of that. Yeah, I would say that if there's anything that I wish the students, or not even just students, adults, everyone here could get some of that perspective going to another country. Because
Yeah.
even myself, I try to be up to date on things that are going on around the world, but we also have a lot of other stuff that we have to do. So sometimes we don't really know or appreciate the things that are happening in other places. That perspective has to be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Lex, what about you?
This year definitely changed me as a person and also like how I live my life kind of. I mean, I've lived in the same place pretty much my whole life and just getting out of that place and completely far away from your family and in a totally new setting, you just learn so much about yourself and how like other people see you maybe, I would say. And yeah, I definitely it it gives you so much time to think about how you act, and it just gave you like this whole thing is basically, I mean, it's a big adventure, and just going in here blindly, you face challenges and you just learn. And I would definitely say I matured a lot over here, and I gotten more like self-responsible and also more confident, I would say. And yeah, so it gave me a lot of opportunities to just grow myself.
Also, like it shows you how to appreciate people more since the time difference. I have
Yeah.
7 hours from my family, and I could not just whenever it's like 6 p.m. here, I cannot go call my mom that I'm having like whatever to tell her something. So
Right.
you just go to your host mom and like your friends, and it just gives you so much closure, and it's so good. And also the teachers, for example, we have here like to say the good things in the morning or
Oh,
like
yep,
yep.
everything, and I'll always look forward to it.
Yes.
And
Yeah, we always get more participation from our foreign exchange students on good things than we do our the Americans.
Yeah.
But that's because they don't appreciate it. Like I talk about this a lot. Like people complain about coming to school and I have to do this for this club, and it's like be thankful that you have
I
that.
know.
Right.
It's really good.
Yeah, that perspective, I feel like if the students here had their clubs and sports taken away from them,
Yeah.
that would be a huge eye opener to them and be like, "Oh wow, we are very fortunate to have
Yeah.
these things."
To me, like coming here, I live in a village back home too. But and like my dad is a farmer there. My host dad is a farmer here. But it's so crazy cuz like I do think they are kind of the same person, but they do stuff in a different way.
Totally different.
Yeah, like it just works differently, but it's so good. Like I love them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What I think is like a pretty big thing too, that once you're like so far away from your home, you just learn to appreciate the things that you don't have over here because you thought they were like totally normal back at home.
Yeah.
Right.
But since you don't have them anymore, you really learn how to appreciate them, and yeah, you really like you only now see the things that you haven't seen before that are like so great about your home too.
Yeah.
True. True. Yeah, you take something away that you're just so accustomed to having, then
Yeah.
you don't take it for granted anymore.
Yeah.
For
It
sure.
kind of humbles you as an experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're like completely strange to all the
Yeah.
people, and it's just like
Right.
you gotta make your own place.
It reminds you how small you are.
yeah.
Yeah, I
That's what
believe
it
that.
is.
I believe that. That would make sense. A couple quick hits here that I wanted to ask you guys. Trips in America. You guys, I know you guys got to go on some different places, and why would you just come just to Owensville or just to
Yeah.
Rosebud if you came
Yeah.
here? Obviously, America's big, and you might as well go see some places. For foreign exchange students, for future foreign exchange students, could you just list off some of the places that you went, and if you liked them, if you didn't like them, and what would you recommend to the foreign exchange students of the future about traveling in America while you're doing this experience?
So our organization offers a lot of trips. There's these ones that you get to go to Hawaii and all that stuff that costs really like they are so expensive. So I would suggest going to like the small trips the organization has. If your host parents can't take you, you can go with the organization. So first week I went to Arkansas for a camping trip. It was so good and it was cheap. So like balance things. Also,
Right.
money is a really
Yeah.
big thing when you come here. You learn how to manage
Yeah,
it
that's-
because you're by
yeah.
yourself.
Right.
I went to Arkansas, South Dakota, Chicago, which has been the latest one and kind of my favorite.
Yeah.
It was so good. Yeah, I've been to Iowa, Washington D.C. with my host parents, and it's just
So you really got to see a lot of the Midwest
yeah,
and the nation's capital. So that's
Yeah.
very cool.
it was really cool. I went to a lot of places and met a lot of people.
So would you say that those were experiences that you looked forward to and you enjoyed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of stuff when we know the dates like before, and you just kind of look forward to it and you just keep going because you're like, oh, in a week I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. And it's just,
Okay. Very good. Marta?
Yeah, I went to South Dakota too. Well, yeah, both of us went, and it was really fun. I didn't think it was gonna be like that much fun because I had never
Were
heard.
you guys
of
like
it.
in the Badlands?
Yes,
Okay.
it was great.
and all those trips, you're with all the other exchange
Yeah,
students and you
it's
really get to know
so
them.
much
And it's so much fun.
Yeah. Then I also like a month ago, something like that, 2 months ago, well, in March, beginning of March, I went down to New Orleans, and so I was on the way there. I was at Memphis, and then I was in New Orleans, and I absolutely loved it because like I'm a very like musical.
Artistic, musical.
person.
Yep.
I was not expecting this, but I liked Memphis more than I liked New Orleans, and I feel like it's because I'm not 21, so like
Right.
most of the places I
Yeah.
couldn't get in them.
Yeah.
So,
you
like-
might like New Orleans later in life.
Exactly. Like that's something that it's on my bucket list. I have to go back to New Orleans whenever I'm 21, and it's like not because I want to like party and drink. I just want to like listen to music in a
Mine is
Place.
Nashville.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. But I absolutely loved Memphis. It was great. The music is great. The food is great too, and I loved it.
Very good. Lex?
So the very first few days I've been in the States, we spent, I think it was 3 days in New York City with all the German foreign exchange students. It was like a project or from the German side of the exchange student organization.
So wait, right off the bat, you were in New York City?
Yeah, so I basically spent my first 3 days in the States in New York City, and it was a lot of fun because we had like big group of foreign exchange students from Germany, all
Right.
from Germany, and they're called orientation days, which you kind of settle in and get to know the American culture, which is very extravagant already in New York, and we got to see a lot of like sightseeing stuff, and it was really fun. Besides that, I went to Florida in the fall,
Yeah.
and I went to Michigan
Okay.
the spring too. And just like in Missouri, I thought it was really cool just to like get to see professional sports games like the Cardinals
Oh, yeah.
game or the Blues game in St. Louis.
Yep.
I think that was pretty cool. Or going to Mizzou
Oh,
Yeah.
basketball game.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Next quick hit here is, do you have any friends that you would like to say goodbye to in this video if they were to watch in the future, or any messages for your host parents or your host families if they were to watch this?
Do we want to start in it?
No, you start.
Okay. Huh. Yes.
Okay.
But this is kind of hard because
Yeah.
we leave in 2 weeks, and
Right.
I'm not ready to say that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cry.
Oh, girl.
Oh, you don't have to cry.
Don't.
But this is like,
Ooh.
So I have to do this during the play season. I
Oh.
was on Marta because Marta,
You're terrible.
she was
No,
getting
no, no,
very
no, no.
emotional about how.
No, I was not getting emotional. I was bawling my ass out, and he was making fun of me like, "Oh, she's crying."
No.
You're no.
it
You were
was.
you looked at me. I crossed the gym. He's like, "Oh, excuse you."
It was not that bad for anybody.
It
That
was. It was.
No,
I
I'll
did
let
give her a
lie to
hard
you.
time. I was telling her it was okay, but I
No,
was
he
like-
did not. Not a single time.
it's so hard because like I tell people like don't ask about it like this week
Yeah.
because it's just terrible.
It's, yeah.
Oh, so I did the big no
Yeah,
here.
But it's fine.
you
We
did.
gotta do it.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I want to thank my host family for being always there for me in my like toughest time, and also being there for me to cheer me on in everything that I did. And they are such hardworking person. They don't only have just one job; they just do like a lot of stuff, and they're so busy. But they always found like time to come to my things and just be there for me, take pictures, and then me to send them to my family back home. And they always made sure that I have that balance with my family.
Right.
They never told me like, yeah, you can't like talk to them or anything. It was so good. They always asked me like how they're doing and all that stuff, which really matters to me. So, and then my host mom really like just put me into stuff, and I think that really made like my year really easy. And I did not know that I was going to live here like with my host sister. And she was like the biggest surprise and kind of the best thing at home. I thought I would be so bored if I was just by myself. And then she picked me up from practice, and we have our little routine to go and get vanilla cokes with
Okay.
her. And I'm just going to miss that so much. We also went to our favorite artist in a concert to see Billie Eilish together. And it's just, I've done so many things with them that were stuff that I never thought I was going to do. I just saw them in internet, and they gave me the opportunity to do it. So it's just, I'm never going to forget them. And then my friends here, they included me into their families. Like, it's not that easy for their parents to let your kid like drive me around places and just take me to their trips. And they really did that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So when we talk about changes, this really changed my perspective into Americans, like in general.
We're decently nice, I guess.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's not like in the movies. Y'all
Yeah.
are
Oh. Well, that's good.
Yeah. And now I want to say goodbye to my closest friends that made this year really great for me. So I want to start with Addie. Addie, she just like took me into her family and just took me around like I was one of her siblings. And I went to a lot of places with her and really enjoyed everything. And then Ella Atkinson.
Yep.
Ella has just been one of those people that I could call crying, and she would come pick me up and just like get me out of it and just have the best time ever. Or sometimes she would start crying with me too.
Oh.
That's great. And we just had so much fun. And then Bryn was one of my first friends here, and
You're good.
she took me home in my first practice in cross country, and that made me really like feel kind of relieved. And then Emma, she made me do track. And I really enjoyed cheer with her. It was so good. And then Hannah Gellert, Abby, who I'm not gonna forget, Fritz, Chris, Jenna, Abby Gibson, Olivia Gibson, Mr. T.
Thanks.
I really looked forward to her class every day
Well, good.
because I could just like you are such a good listener,
Oh, wow.
not really good with advices.
Yeah.
I might have to have you
but-
tell my wife that too.
But I told you that I could really like. I come to class and I had second hour, and I would just tell you everything, and I'll be like, it feels like therapy. So yeah, thank you everyone. I love you.
Yeah. Well,
Marta, your
same
turn.
thing. I want to say goodbye and thank you to my host family, which at this point is just family. Like it's doesn't
Not
mean like,
hosts anymore,
Yeah.
just family.
yeah, they have been amazing, and they're always gonna be like a core part of me. Like it's just they've done so much and helped me like in so many things like they don't even know like, and it has been like the best year of my life, and I can say that like confidently, and I know it's true. Then my friends will. Oh, I'm not gonna like say like names or anything like 'cause I don't want to just get into it 'cause I don't want to make it too long. But like all my drama kids,
Yep.
well, yeah, especially like Cece Clancy. She's my girl. And then my hurdlers from track.
Okay.
I love that group. Where it's just a bunch of people like were thrown in there together. It's like a group that you would never think it would have worked, and we've always like have so much fun. And they made track amazing. Then I'm saying goodbye to her. That's sad too, but I guess she's closer than anybody else, so she
Yeah.
doesn't really get
Yeah,
a
I can
goodbye.
go meet her.
Exactly. Like it's not that bad. It's like what, a 5-hour flight? It's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just I don't know, I'm really thankful for all the people that I've met here. Cam Novak too
Yeah.
from track, all the track kids that I didn't mention in the hurlers group. It's been great, and I'm just really thankful.
Lex.
First of all, I was gonna thank my host family. I'm really glad they showed me so many different things and brought me to so many places. We went on trips, on vacation, and they just treated me like their own kid, which I really appreciate that. And I didn't really expect it like to be that much that they include me like anything, like everywhere they go. And I think it's really just I thought it wasn't like how do you say it? I didn't took it for granted because I don't think it's like I think it shouldn't be taken for granted, and I'm really glad that people are willing to do that, take foreign exchange students in their home and just really include them in everything they do. And then secondly, I really want to thank like everybody at school in my classes and in my sports from all three sports. Shout out to all my teammates in football and basketball and track. It was a lot of fun, and I was just gonna thank everybody that made like this experience special for me, and I felt very welcome, and yeah, I'm just glad that everybody kind of included me in their lives, which I didn't think it was like something that you would just do like, but it really was, and I think this town and this community is really welcoming and very something special,
Yeah.
honestly.
You know how big it is for like our host families to take us?
Yeah.
You know how scared we are before we don't know
yeah,
like where we're
it's
going?
just
Oh, I can't imagine.
Like
As a high schooler, I don't think I could have done it, honestly.
it's crazy. And then you just come here and they're like, "Oh, this is your home."
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
remember my host mom told me that I have two little siblings living with me, and one of my siblings, he, I had it was like a week until I got there, like I wasn't there yet, and he was like, "Hey mom, what if she actually hates us and she kills us in our sleep?" And I was like, "Dude, why?" No, he's 11. He's like, "Hey mom,
Oh.
what if she kills us in our sleep?"
Oh my gosh, no.
I'm
Like,
assuming that he's over that now.
No, yeah, he is, but like it's a big commitment. Like
Sure,
you don't
yeah.
know who you're like putting in your house.
Right, yeah.
So, like, I just like anybody who's a host family, like thank you.
And my host mom, she found out I was
Oh,
a
guys, the
hugger.
fun's over. All right, we are back. Sorry, we were interrupted by our building principal here. But we're
Do we
back.
wanna say
Second best
thank-
principal in the
Do you
district.
want to say thank you to him?
No.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm kidding. Thank you.
No, thank you for letting us, accepting us in your
Yeah.
school, and we really enjoyed it. And be nice to the other exchange students, just like you were nice to us.
Yeah, you're kind of cool.
All right.
And Altemeyer and all the people in the office.
Yeah.
Last question. And we
Oh,
will
and
end this.
wait, sorry.
Oh,
I
sorry.
love and the nurse too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Katie.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Very
Took a
good.
lot of naps there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Last question is just go around and say, what does the future hold for you? You going to college? You going to what does it look like for you academically or professionally when you leave here? And that's how we will end this thing.
So this is my senior year, and I'm gonna go to university for law, and I tend to be a lawyer, and I hope that works out. If not, oh well.
On to the next thing, right?
Yeah.
All right, Marta.
Okay, so this is my junior year. I have 1 year left. It's not technically high school, but I have a year left. And then I'm going to go for college to do a double degree in like music and like TV acting. Will it work? That's a great question. Most likely not. But you'll see me at McDonald's if it doesn't work.
Okay. Or we'll see you on the big screen.
Exactly. It's either the big screen or McDonald's. We'll see.
Okay. Okay. And Lex?
Going back to Germany, I have 2 more years of high school, and going on after that, I have not any specific plans yet. So
Okay. So you still got some time to figure it
I
out.
haven't really coming up with anything, but very likely going to college after high school because my parents want me, and I probably don't have anything else to do. So I have 2 more years to decide what I'm going to do, but no specific plans yet.
Cool.
Very good. Well, thank you guys for meeting with me and doing the interview, and it's been fantastic to have you guys here in America.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks to you. A little applause for you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.